Saturday morning, 7:20 a.m. I don't think Corey was up yet, and I don't want to wake him up. I don't like waking people up. So I'm about to drive over to Pete's Coffee in Manhattan Beach. I got my journal, 2 books. I'm just going to journal, read, have a black coffee. But I was thinking about something, bro. Like, I've been coming to Corey's house since 2020. It's funny, a month after I met my wife in August 2020. A month later, I remember on our first date, I told her, hey, in a month, I'm about to go to LA. Oh, what are you doing there? And just on our first day, I was like, yeah, I'm going to go make music with my friend and all that stuff. And then I came here. So that was about September 2020. And when I started coming to his crib, like September 2020, bro, like, oh my God, I was so like, bro, I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. I definitely thought I did at the time with like music and my business and making music a full-time career, like all that. I didn't know what I was doing. I was still really dedicated to the artist route, actually, at that time. I remember that. But as I've gone to his house, like I go to Corey's house once or twice a year, and we do this, right? We kick it, we go to the beach a little bit, we make a lot of music, we have fun, it's cool. There's always like these life events happening for me. Like I remember when I was doing my real estate social media agency, like I was at his crib closing deals. Like I was like, hey man, I gotta go get on a sales call with a realtor to close a deal. And I was closing deals there. It was crazy. I remember that. And I remember when I started Rapid Fire, I was like at his crib. I'm like, bro, isn't it crazy? Like what we've started with Rapid Fire and how we're helping these artists produce their own music and how we're helping them get their music done. And he's like, yeah, bro, it's crazy. And now Music Money Mastery, I got a client who's about to hit 10K in a month. Like she is so fucking close. And I've got multiple other clients that are making thousands and thousands of dollars with their music as producers, right? Producing music for other clients. And I'm like, bro, now I'm out here with Corey and I'm like, dude, like what the fuck is going on with time? Like time is just going, bro. Like time really just be flying, bro. And it's really easy to just let time slip away. It's really easy, bro. It's so easy to just let time slip away. It's really easy to let time slip away, and it's really easy to forget what you have. You know, it's funny because we forget things that we don't have so easily, but we also forget things we have. And it's so easy to forget that shit. But we've got a lot. I've got a lot. I mean, I've got family. I'm married. I have my health. I have incredible friends. Like, I have so many family members. You know, my friends are like family to me. I have so many family members. That's cool. And I've got a network of amazing other, you know, online business coaches who I'm going to be seeing some of them tonight, which I'm really excited about. And like, it's funny, like, bro, when I was 17 and I decided to do music as a full-time career, I was just like, look, I just want to do it. I just want to do music, like, and I'm going to do everything I can to make it happen. And I don't know, bro, like, sometimes, like, I hate saying this, I don't like to say it, but sometimes I can't believe it. Like, sometimes I cannot believe that I get to live this life. Like, sometimes I'm like, you did it for real? And obviously, bro, you never do it. You have to keep doing it, right? I guess until maybe you've got so much money in the bank you never have to work again. I'm not there yet. Not there yet. That'll take a while. But I can't, even this, like, even making a 6-figure income, like, even that, and by the way, I think I'm going to do better. I'm going to get to 7 figures and 8 figures. But even just to be making a 6-figure income, right, with music, and with my music skills and my music knowledge and my expertise in helping others. And it's like, sometimes I'm like, I don't know. Like, I don't know how I did it. Like, sometimes I'm like, I can't even believe I hate saying that though, bro. I gotta stop saying it. But it's just hard for me to believe sometimes because I'm like, I spent so much of my life not happy with myself. I spent so much of my life straight up like not happy with myself and not happy with life, actually, bro, for real. When I was in school as a kid, like a little kid, I fucking hated school. Like, I have fucking hated school my whole fucking life. I hated it. I never liked school, ever. I always sucked. I had bad grades. I was the worst in the class my whole life, bro. Since I was 5 years old. You understand that? Like, we're talking about the alphabet. Alphabet was happening, and I'm getting confused. Like, I'm not stupid. I just wasn't paying attention. I didn't give a shit. You know? And so imagine I'm in school from, 18 years, hating it. And then when I got out of school, I was just happy to be out of school, but I wasn't making a lot of money. I didn't know what to do with music. I was constantly anxious about money and constantly frustrated about money and living in just such a low frequency all the fucking time. I'm even mad that I'm even talking about it now. I don't like to talk about it. But this is real. I'm sharing this because I want to help somebody. Hopefully I inspire somebody here. But yeah, I spent so much time like just being so hating just everything. And it's weird, and I got a lot of my motivation and my energy, and the reason I would take action was from that emotional state, which is bad, and I'm going to tell you why. Because once I got to the point where I was making 10, 20K a month consistently, which I'm still doing, obviously, but like once I got there, I self-sabotaged, which I didn't believe in. I used to think self-sabotage was stupid and bullshit, and I'm like, self-sabotage is made up. Yeah, I only said that. I didn't believe it until it happened to me, until I did it. I was like, I am self-sabotaging. What it is your subconscious bringing you back to a state that you're comfortable with. That's truly, to me, what self-sabotage is. Or that's what it was for me. And because I spent so much of my years motivated from negativity and anger and frustration, once I got to a point where I was like very celebratory, like I was celebrating my life, I self-sabotaged and spent all my money, mismanaged it, didn't really pay off my debt as well as I could have, didn't save, and I was still broke, like making money but still broke, because I wanted to get, like subconsciously, I wanted to get back to that point of low so that I could get back to a Rocky cutscene, get back to that montage of, you know what I mean? And it's like, do you know do you understand how serious that is and how dangerous that is? And if you don't have your shit together up here in between the ears, like, you could get successful and then lose it all. That's kind of what happened to me, honestly. And I didn't manage my money correctly, to be honest with you. I didn't save money. I was like, oh, saving money's stupid. I'm just going to reinvest everything back into the business. What a fucking stupid thing to say, by the way. You're going to reinvest everything, so you're just not buying eggs this week? Like, reality. Like, let's get a reality check. Wait, what do you mean when you say you're reinvesting everything back into your business? Like, you're not buying eggs, you're not paying rent, you're not buying toilet paper? What do you mean? Oh, no, not everything. Okay. Well, so then what's the limit? What's the limit of, like, you investing everything? And so, I digress back to this point where I realized that I spent so much of my time in a negative, low frequency, and that did help me. It helped me. I got to that next point, that negativity, that anger, that frustration, like, that got me motivated. But now it's like, you can't get motivated by that. And I even started to convert into motivation by fear. I was motivated by fear. I was afraid. I'm not gonna lie to you. I hope that fear never goes away. But the fear I have now is I fear I go broke again. I never want to go broke again. I never want to go broke again. I don't want to do it. It's the worst fucking feeling. To me, being broke sucks so badly. Like, being broke, you want to know what's worse than being broke? What's worse than being broke is being broke, working your ass off, making money, and then going back to being broke again. That's worse than being broke, because you went and felt it and tasted it and you thought you'd never go back, and then you do go back. That's the worst feeling, bro. That's the worst feeling. And I never want to go broke again. And I will never allow myself to go broke again. Like, I won't. I will stop reinvesting in my business. I will do other things. I will finesse my bank account numbers and do whatever I need to do. I will not go broke again, though. I won't allow it. And to me, broke, and we're talking financially. To me, broke financially just means like, not just that you can't pay your bills, because there's people who can pay their bills, but they're broke. Broke financially is like, you can only pay your bills and below. So like, if you can only pay your bills and that's it, and you're anxious about money, you're stressed about money, you cannot save money, right? If you have debt, you can't pay it off, right? That's broke. That, to me, that's broke financially. Like, but I'm not that anymore. But like, dude, it can happen to anybody. You know what's funny to me? My standards have changed and my reality has changed, because I thought that like $10K a month was a lot of money. And then I was like, and then I made it. And then I was like, well, $20K a month must be a lot. And then I made it and I was like, oh, those aren't a lot of money. And the other thing is, when people say $20K a month, that's a cash collected, that's a revenue number in your business, but that doesn't include, and I'm guilty of this too, that doesn't include ad spend, taxes, and team. Right? Like the first month I ever made $23,000, I didn't pocket $23,000. I think I pocketed like $14K. I had a team member at the time, and I had ad spend and then taxes. Which, by the way, I have to be honest with you, that month I didn't save for taxes. I didn't know to save for taxes. So I really pocketed more like probably 18K. But if I was smart, I would have saved for taxes. So if we're being smart, 14K is what something like that is what I pocketed, right? And 14K just doesn't sound as cool as 23K, to be honest with you. But the 23K was also very profitable. Now, I'm airing out my own dirty laundry, but to be honest with you, everybody does this. Like, everybody who talks about the amount of money they make, they all do this. Everyone does this, right? And by the way, making 20K a month cash collected in your business, that's a great accomplishment. Like, I'm not downplaying my own accomplishment. I'm not downplaying you wanting to get there. Like, dude, it's gonna be great. But I've learned that I hate to tell you this. I hope you don't take this the wrong way. The difference between 0 a month and 20K a month is the same. 20K a month's not that different than 0. Sorry, I'm being honest with you. I have so many online business friends that make so much more money than me that see, that's the thing. I live in like my own mental reality. It's just different. Like, if you're around people all the time, you start to think like them. And so because I talk to online business owners all the time, and I'm around business owners all the time who are making fuckloads more money than me, 100K a month consistently, cash collected, because I'm around business owners who make, 50K a month consistently all the time, it's like, I just can't sit here and say, oh, 20K a month's cool. Now, in the music industry, I'm a big fish in a little pond. I know that. That's why I'm continuing to do what I do in the music industry, because I know it's so easy for me. Because I'm like, bro, everything that we do, me and my clients at Music Money Mastery, like, it's so much better than all the other dumbass shit in the music industry. Fucking sync, waiting for an artist to put their songs out so you can maybe get some royalties on the back end, getting a record deal, trying to get Spotify streams, trying to tour when really you hate touring and you don't want to do it. It's like, everything we do is so much fucking better. So like, in where I'm at, like, I think that's the perfect balance. When your reality is like so high standards because of all the people you're around, but the industry you're in is like below where you're at. That's where I'm at. I hate to tell you that. And it's fucked up. I'm not saying that the human beings I'm serving are below me. No, sir. I would never talk about humans like that. But the industry, like the tendencies and the industry and shit like that, it's like, dude, I'm fucking killing this. Like, this is not hard for me to do it. It's not hard for me to help musicians make money. It's like, bro, just don't do anything in the music industry and go do this instead. So this was like fucking straight rant. When I started filming this, I was going to put it in Lizzy's life, but it's like fucking 15 minutes long. I'm not going to gunk up the entire Lizzy's life with this. I'll make this a separate YouTube video. But I hope that you found value in me talking my shit, and I hope that you are inspired by what it is that I'm doing and what it is that me and my clients are doing. And, if I can serve and support you in any way, let me know.